Welcome back to GMA 3, everybody. It's been nearly 2 weeks since that tragic mass shooting in Austin. It's on 6th Street, left one dead, dozen others wounded. Authorities are now searching for a new suspect in that shooting.
And this as crime is up 200% in Austin, reflecting the overall trend in an uptick of violence in cities across this country. The mayor of Austin, Steve Adler, is one of the nation's mayors demanding action now from the Biden administration. Mayor Adler, thank you so much for being with us. And let's start with that mass shooting in Austin. Unfortunately, the police announcing a new suspect. What do we know right now?
Well, what we know right now is we're still heartbroken over Mr. Cantor's death visiting our city. We know that there were too many people, too young, guns possessed by people that did not have the legal ability to have those guns, illegal weapons. And we're seeing that proliferation not only in Austin, but in cities around the country. Based on the investigation that continues, the police have identified who it was that was doing the shooting, and we're seeking that person now to arrest them. You know, this is something that is impacting not just Austin, but cities across the country. Even in a city like Austin that continues to be one of the safest big cities in the country, we're seeing increases right now in gun violence.
And as Amy just mentioned a moment ago, crime being up 200% in your city. We are talking about also 10 mass shootings we've seen in the country just since Friday, 300 in 2021. And I guess we could expect some uptick once people started coming back out and right, we started opening back up. But is something else at play in your opinion?
Has to be, and it doesn't look like it's tied to local policies or decisions because it's happening across the country. Huge percentage increase in Austin, not really an increase great in absolute numbers, about 20 increased homicides, which is 20 way too many. But our numbers start out so small. But this is it's the same thing we're seeing now in literally every city across the country. And people don't know what it is. I don't know if it's pandemic related. I don't know if it's the harshness of the political discourse that's happening in the country. People more on edge, whether it's because people have been home and not able to be out in the community. There is something that's happening here post-pandemic across the country, and we need to figure it out so that we can stop it.
Yeah, there is something happening for sure. That's undeniable. I know you met with mayors across this country, and you, along with mayors from Dayton, Chicago, Houston, Savannah, demanded that President Biden take action to do something, yes, about this massive uptick in gun violence. He's expected to make an announcement later today. What are you hoping to see and hear from President Biden?
Well, I'm excited to see the attention and the increased focus on this issue because it is real. Cities, communities across the country need additional resources with local law enforcement to be able to find these illegal weapons. We need more help with red flag laws across the country to prevent people that shouldn't have weapons getting them. You know, there's low-hanging fruit here in reasonable gun regulation that I think has wide support across the country. And we need to take advantage of those things. Additional funding for community violence intervention efforts. Additional money in helping kids find jobs. There's a lot that the president could do that would be really helpful.
You talk about what could be helpful, but you also said a moment ago that we have to figure out what's going on and what's at the root of it. Can you really solve the problem if you don't exactly know what's causing it, right? You take some guns away, we provide jobs, and I guess that could help, but unless we figure it out, do you think we're at a disadvantage still by trying to solve a problem we really don't know the cause of?
Huge disadvantage, and that's why, again, we point to the fact that it's happening everywhere. You know, cities across the country are really focusing on local policies, and they're going to get lost if they do that in terms of being able to identify what the real cause of this is. But you're absolutely right. We have to be able to identify that. In the meantime, though, we can treat some of the symptoms. We know there are too many illegal guns being trafficked. They're showing up in crimes with increased frequency. We need to figure out what's going on, and until we do that, we're not going to be able to be most effective. But as we're doing that, we have to address the symptoms we see.
Mayor Adler, just want to check in with you on your COVID-19 situation. Of course, we're seeing this Delta variant pop up. It's obviously a big concern. The CDC saying, hey, this is a lot more transmissible. So I'm curious where you are in Austin on vaccinations, and how concerned are you about this variant?
You know, I'm concerned about the variant, as everybody is. Austin, relatively strong position, just under 70%. We should reach that very shortly. We have a community that really got behind masking and participating. The mortality rate in Austin, less than half of the state average. Mortality rate that's less than half of the national average. We're in a better place than many people. We still have large parts of our community, mostly communities of color, that we have not been as effective in getting the vaccine out. So we're doing a lot more decentralized work to get it to where it is most needed. It's something that the whole country, again, really needs to put their shoulder to. The more we can push down overall infectivity in communities, which means increasing vaccination levels, that's the best work we could do to protect ourselves against this variant and probably other variants that will come after that. We just need people to really focus. It is safe, it is effective, and it's free.
All right. Mayor Adler, we appreciate you spending some time with us, certainly thinking about you all, and good luck to you there in your city. We'll see you down the road, all right?
TJ, good afternoon. Thank you.